So this is weird, right? You've got like a normal Facebook content farm that's making videos all the time. You know, look at all these views. 3 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Normal content farm things. But when you like leave the watch page and go to their actual page, there's this playlist of videos from this like random, I don't know, rapper guy. Is this the guy who runs this page? Hi, I'm Jarvis, and welcome back to When Will It All End? When will it all? Wait, what's the voice I'm trying to get to? When will it all end? When will it? That's Stewie Griffin. No, Brian, I'm a baby. Today I'm here to tell you a story about how I was working on a normal commentary video, but then my life got turned upside down. I was browsing my Twitter and Instagram at Jarvis, as I often do, because I have no self-control. And someone tweeted me a few screenshots from this Facebook page called Dimmick. So first I said to myself, let me hork that. And anyway, so I went to the page, and guess what? It's bad. Like, duh. At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm completely numb to these antics, which is a sign to me that I need to stop talking about content farms soon, or else. And that's a threat. Dimmick is a Facebook page with 12 million followers, and they post 10 times a day, and they've been at this for years. What is Dimmick even supposed to stand for? Is it epidemic? Like, bruh, these memes are so viral. It's an epidemic. We should be concerned. Watch out, parasite. There's a new epidemic in town, and it's getting to be a problem. So somebody better alert the CDC, the Center for Meme Control. Dimmick describes themselves as mission is to create the best video content in the world, which I find hard to believe. The way that I would describe their meme page is inspirational / motivational quote memes that are not inspirational or motivational at all and are instead confusing and possibly offensive. Be happy with what little you have. Hang on. Am I being nagged by this meme? They're presuming that I don't have very much, and I don't, but it hurts, man. There are some people with nothing who still manage to smile. Right. All of my problems are invalid, and I should just shut up. One day, we will all depart on a journey free of cost. All right? Sounds good to me. Don't worry about seat reservation. It is confirmed. Cool. The flight is always on time. That's nice. Still don't know where we're going, but our good deeds will be our luggage. Okay? Humanity will be our passport. What? Love will be our visa. All right, what's going on? Make sure we do our best to travel to heaven in business class. Am I gonna die? I mean, I guess eventually. Also, I'm not picky. I would take coach to heaven. You know what? I would even take basic economy. Don't compare yourself to others. All right, calm down. There's no comparison to the sun and moon. They shine when it's their time. Just one thing though, the moon doesn't shine. The sun is behind the moon. That's the whole idea. Sorry, do I not understand science? Why does the moon gets its light from the sun? Okay, yeah, so this is a codependent relationship. Karma, good or bad, what you put out comes back to you. So on the left, we have a businessman who looks like he's given up. And on the right, we have Legolas, who's gonna shoot him with an arrow while he's down. Help a brother out, man. How'd you get up there? Get down. Parents. They did not leave you when you were young, so don't leave them when they're old. Is this page run by my mom? So many of these memes are like built specifically for parents to guilt trip their kids. Appreciate the food your mother cooks for you. Some don't have food. Others don't have mothers. That's sad. All right, Mom, I'll try your cookies. Jeez. So far, a lot of these memes have been pretty bossy, but like, don't tell me how to feel. But some just come off as threats. Be careful what you tell people. A friend today could be an enemy tomorrow. All right, I'll take Jason Voorhees out of my WhatsApp. Life is too short to worry about stupid things. Have fun, fall in love, regret nothing, and don't let people bring you down, which is all fine and good. But how does this image relate? Life is too short. Regret nothing. And definitely don't let people bury you alive. Simple formula for living. This is great, because so far these memes have been, instructions unclear.
Simple formula for living. Live beneath your means. Stop blaming other people. Give clothes, do something charity. Try not to get caught.
Ah, the simple life. You know, maybe I'm being too hard on these memes because the people in the comments seem to be enjoying them. When you're up in life, your friends get to know who you are. When you're down in life, you get to know who your friends are. Yes, but sometimes when you're down, no friends at all, or they'll just mock you or stab you behind your back. Oh yeah! See? Everybody's having a good time. Hopefully it's clear by now that the person writing these memes is not a native English speaker, which is really common for these content farms, but it's also clear that the person writing these memes is not Dimick. How do I know? Easy, because not a single one of these memes is unique to this page. These are all exactly the same, including do something nice and try not to get caught. That's weird. Typing these weird ass quotes into Google and getting 100 results of exactly the same text is one of the most haunting experiences I've ever had. Another thing that was mentioned in the initial tweet is the videos on this page, but I don't think it's fair to call them videos. I personally refer to them as motion pictures. Mostly because they're pictures that move around a little bit. A man married a beautiful girl. So this story is called A Blind Man's Love, and I know it sounds like it's gonna be bad, and it is, but not in the way you think. He loved her so much. It's so sad. Once, she developed a skin disease. Slowly, she started to lose her beauty. It so happened that one day her husband left for a tour. Where to, you ask? Doesn't matter, because the next line in the story is that while returning, he had an accident. I'm sorry that I'm smiling during such a dark period of the story, but you have to know that I know where this goes, so please bear with me. So he lost his eyesight in the accident, unfortunately, and that is no laughing matter. However, their married life continued as usual. What, was she supposed to leave him because he's blind? But as days passed, she lost her beauty gradually. You know, because she caught freckle disease. Blind husband did not know this because he's blind. And there was no difference in their happy married life. I would hope not. They pledged their lives to each other and it's like, oh shit, you have freckles? Get out of here, bozo. So they love each other. Which is great, until the story takes another unexpected turn. One day his wife slipped from stairs and died due to head injury. Well, that escalated quickly. They just loved each other a second ago. So he goes to her funeral and does the last rites. And then a man from behind called. Behind? Isn't he against a wall? Anyway, Mose from the office said, now, how will you walk all alone? Because all these days, Freckleface used to help you. You know how people just yell out shit at funerals. That brings us to our story's, unexpected turn number 3, I think, for those keeping track at home. He takes off his glasses and says, I was just pretending to be blind, because if she knew I could see her ugliness, it would have pained her more than her disease, which I remind you is just freckles. So I pretended to be blind this whole time. So that is the end of the plot of the story, and now they try to wrap things up with a series of morals, none of which are appropriate or relevant. Sometimes it is good for us to act blind. No. And ignore one another's shortcoming in order to be happy. You should have just talked to your wife. I can guarantee you she would have loved to know that you can see. Also, that you can see and you still think she's beautiful, not don't worry babe, I can't see you, I'm totally blind. Can't you tell by my sunglasses that I wear indoors? Ignoring the little harsh things in life can make your life easier. This story does not exemplify this. You didn't ignore a little harsh thing in life, you lived your life as a lie until your wife died. Just pretend to be blind for like, I don't know, 6-7 years. It'll make life a little easier. I don't care how many people are in this world. I want you. End of story. Why is this here? Who wants me? Dimick? Call me Dimick. Share and make your loved ones aware. Of what? Of this story? Of a blind man's love? He wasn't a blind man. I'm not gonna send my loved ones this story. My loved ones would be concerned about me if I sent them this story, which is why I'm sharing it with you. So all of their videos are this bad. Like for example, they just posted one 3 hours ago that has 11 million views about Colonel Sanders. You heard that right. It says here that this is a founder of KFC motivational story, so that's exciting. In the story, Colonel Sanders lived a life full of failure and unfortunate events and was on the brink of giving up. And he retired at 65, feeling like a failure. Oh, I can't say those words on YouTube, but remember, at age 65, he was ready to, and then do something bad to himself. But then he decided not to give up and founded KFC and died a billionaire. Never give up, he says, because that's a spicy meatball. No, really, why is Colonel Sanders so tan? Y'all know he's white, right? Like, extra crispy Colonel Sanders over here. So, okay, where does the story go wrong? Turns out everywhere. In fact, it's this is also a plagiarized story from a viral fake meme story about Colonel Sanders. People have written about this. It's very strange. So in addition to that nonsense, they also have like random fact and health videos, easy ways to treat rounded upper back, eating chocolate is good for women, and banana facts. That's all fine. I mean, I love a good banana fact, but I don't know if we should be trusting a Facebook meme page with health advice, but we'll come back to that later. So whenever I talk about these content farms, I like to try to understand where they're coming from, like how big is the operation, where are they based, are there any ties to Vladimir Putin that I will promptly take out of my video so as not to paint a target on my back. Something was immediately very strange about Dimmick.
Blind husband did not know this.
Other than that. First odd thing that I noticed is that the URL for the Facebook page is facebook.com/Jersey Dimmick. Jersey Dimmick, that sounds like a rapper name. Pusha T, Flo Rida, that's a state. Dimmick is already a confusing enough name as it is. I don't know why they had to add Jersey into the mix. What is this even in reference to? Is it New Jersey? I know the way they talk in these videos is a bit odd, but the people in New Jersey still speak English. Then I decided to look a bit deeper. And by look deeper, I mean I glanced at the page again and I saw these playlists. I mean, these don't look like animated stories. Guess what? They aren't. There's like music videos and stuff in here from 3 years ago. That's weird. By someone named Jersey Dimmick. Ooh. So at this point, I was like, some big content farm probably like bought the page or wanted to get the name Dimmick or something. So they, I don't know, got it from this musician. But then I realized that doesn't make any sense. And then I scrolled down. So then I went to his page, which was just a normal music page with music and stuff. Until, why in a sea of normal videos with his normal face in them did he upload A Blind Man's Love? So like, what the f is going on? Why would he do this? So at first I just thought, ha ha ha, these two pages coincidentally have the same name, kind of like how FaZe Jarvis and his antics have ruined my mentions. Side note, FaZe Jarvis now makes videos about viral life hacks, so what sort of ironic hellscape is this? Anyway, I dug a bit deeper. Facebook pages have this thing called a page transparency, or like Facebook transparency report, where you can see where geographically the people are who manage the page. I can't imagine why they would build this feature between 2016 and now, but it exists and I'm grateful. Because when you look at the transparency report for Dimmick, you see that it's managed by some people in the US, so that makes sense. 7 seems like a bit much, but hey, they are making the best video content in the world. And also, 5 people in Kosovo, which judging by this Google search result is located in Eastern Europe. So that's fun. Who said this isn't an education channel? So then I looked at the page transparency for Jersey Dimmick, and sure enough, there are 3 people in the US and 1 person in India. Huh? That's weird. Oh yeah, and 5 people in Kosovo. Guess what? It's a total coincidence, just kidding, they're the same people. It should have been obvious. What other Facebook page links their SoundCloud? And they list their influences as Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, and Kanye. I mean, Kanye makes sense because Story of Two Frogs and Milk was the inspiration for Yeezus, but what's Jay-Z doing in here? Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I show my support? We can subscribe to their exclusive content for $5 a month, or if you recall earlier when we were talking about health advice, for some strange reason, Dimmick has a fitness app. I can't for the life of me understand why this is how they chose to branch out. It doesn't have anything in common with the Dimmick page in terms of like iconography. Nope, just the name of the rapper. It's got 2 stars on the App Store, which is some, but on the bright side, it's for ages 4 and up. So toddlers can get jacked. So the app is free, but basically as soon as you open it up, you're hit with a paywall, which I should have expected because why else would this exist? But Here's the fun part. It's also a scam. The app lets you choose between a yearly or a monthly subscription because it's always good to get someone to commit to something sight unseen. They claim to offer a 7-day free trial with the yearly subscription, but they don't. It's this thing called lying. Normally, on like iOS at least, if you are paying for something through the app, they show you how many weeks free you get with like a sign up. So I signed up for this other random fitness app that offered a free trial. And when I go to pay for them, I see 1 week trial free. That doesn't exist on the Dimic app, which means they charge you immediately. Basically, every single one of their negative reviews is about being scammed out of $100 or the fact that the trial doesn't actually exist. Scam. It's not a 7-day free trial like it says. Charged my account and didn't give me the option to cancel prior to the 7 days. Charged me during the free trial period. Best fitness app. I said nearly. My favorite review is this one that, much like the others, complains about the free trial not existing and getting scammed out of $100. But the developer actually responds to this one as if they don't know what they're doing and then link them to an email that doesn't exist. How do I know? I tried to email them. For content, though, I'll pay for the app. See what's in there. It probably isn't much because in the App Store, they advertise smoothie recipes and you can clearly see it's like a YouTube player. So I found the video on YouTube by searching the name of the app, and the video in their advertisement has 9 views. And not to be like a YouTube elitist or anything, but that's not a lot of views. Especially considering that I am all 9 of them. Let's see here, let me pay for this thing out. Let me waste my money. I hope you're not skipping those ads. All right, your purchase was successful. I'm greeted by a 3D model of a woman with a fat burn. She's got, I guess her boobs and butt are burning. Okay, I'm on day 1, week 1, start workout. 3, 2, 1, go. What, like it just started? I'm supposed to be doing squats? I don't know how to do the I didn't even know what the workout plan was, and they're just like 3, 2, 1, go! Now we're doing double taps. This 3D model has too much detail. It's kind of unsettling. By the time you figure out the exercise, your 30 seconds are up. And if you didn't know how to do a kneeling leg lift, I'm sorry. Though you can pause, so that's good. But if you pause, it says give up or keep working. F you. I guess I'll keep working. I'm just watching this 3D model do the exercise. I'm not doing it. How do I get to the smoothies? Just keep sliding forward. No, this is just like, this is all of the things and then activity. What else we got in here? Butt lift. Yes, please. All right, day 1. How do I lift my butt? 3, 2, 1. Once again. Sit squats. All right, we're done. I'm gonna give up on this. Sorry, my butt will have to stay down. So, my review of the app is that it's definitely an app. Is it worth $14 a month? No, it was stressful, and the ripped 3D personal trainer scared me. And they advertise smoothies. I couldn't find the smoothies in the app at all, and I feel like I got ripped off. You know, I guess it makes sense that I was the only person that viewed oatmeal shake, and that recipe I'll take to my grave. So that's the end of the story, but like pretty wacky, right? I empathize with the hustle, and I wish no ill will to someone who wants to finance their music career with a side hustle or two. But where they lose me is this isn't just like a side hustle to make ends meet. It's a large content operation that employs 5 people at least in Kosovo, which I definitely know the location of. And it's cheating people. I know a lot of rappers have glorified illegal activity for their music. You know, Jay-Z and Pusha T sold crack on the block, and Jersey Dimick flips fitness apps. They're the same. I don't think the guy behind this operation is a bad person. I don't even know if he's fully aware of what goes in the stories. Like, they're clearly outsourced. He's not the one writing them, I hope. But apparently he's proud of it because he's like linking to these stories and the app on all of his like personal social media, which I've considered off limits for the sake of this video because I'm not here to roast the man. Just the sketchy content farm stuff. My main problem is that the channel itself has this like high-ass moral stance and then engages in some of the like sketchiest tactics known to man. And they're outright scamming people out of money. And worse than that, I can't get to my smoothie recipes. So what the f? At least practice what you preach. It's hard to imagine you'll lose that much of your income by like reining it in a little bit. And hey, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions and this is all one big misunderstanding. Maybe Jersey Dimmick isn't the owner of the Dimmick meme page and the Dimmick app. Maybe it's a completely different Jersey Dimmick, also in New Jersey. There's no way to know the answer to that. Just kidding, I asked him on Instagram and he said, yeah. Thanks to I Am Michelle, who sent me a message on Instagram and wasn't sure how to respectfully slide into my DMs. You did it, buddy. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. If you want me to butcher your name, send me an internet message.